Alvin, they don't even know the heroes.
They don't know. Yeah.
But just to mention that Sandy Roberts has called me about an hour ago, and I said I will be in the program with Alvin, and he said, hello, tell him hello for me, because Sandy Roberts talks to me all the time, and it's amazing how, the other thing that I realized, guys, is that we are ahead of sports science, because everything that is sports science oriented now is some things that we used to do years ago.
We used to do, exactly. And you're talking, I said, Tony, you spoke to the best bowler we have ever produced, the most clever. Everybody learned from them.
Yeah, the same thing. I speak to Sir Randy regularly, and sometimes when he would tell me, like he would tell me about a bowler, and the things that he could see in real time. Yeah. I gotta go back and slow down the video, slow motion, and see the same thing. And then even when, like, sometimes he would tell me about, because me and being in the conditioning fitness, I asked him about how we train. And I remember one day he was telling me about how we would run, right? And I smile, I say, Sir Randy, I could produce the science now that would show
That's right.
what you used to do.
That's right. That's right. Excellent for alignment.
Yeah, exactly. Like Andy, when we have our team meeting, right? Before test match. Now, the first person Clive will go to, Andy, number one, how will you bowl to Boycott? How will you bowl to Chapel? Andy will make his points. Mikey, what do you think? Whatever Andy says, let's follow. Simple. Whatever Andy says, follow. Big Boy got his own area. Well, Colin Craft, well, he's a different, you don't know what he can do.
Do you think that cricket has become more complicated now?
You know something? So Randy sometimes would lament that, he's going to go home with all this information. And it would be a real shame that all that information he got about bowling, especially young fast bowlers, learning how to construct an over, how to set up a batsman, and all of those mental things that Alvin spoke of. Their coaches are not giving them tools. And it's
because the coaches need coaching, some of them.
Yeah, and it's a shame. And it's a shame you have coaches that tell youngsters in Antigua, don't listen to Sir Randy Roberts. He don't know what he's talking about. Can you believe that?
Guys, do you think that the cricket has become more complicated, like sliding? So because in the days of Viv Richards, Fowd Bacchus, Gus Logie, Roger Harper, they never slide. They ran around, fielded the ball, and
Let me come in here because I'm still coaching, right, at the level 3 level, right? I'm coaching at the University of Trinidad and Tobago. And what we remember in those days, we had, and I always pinpoint Guyana. Guyana has produced some of the best fielders because the outfields were lightning quick. So basics had to be adhered to, and speed was important over the ground, right? So the best fieldsmen that we had would have been Gus Logie, Roger Harper, Sir Clive Lloyd, and I used to be
Fowd
split, for example.
Bacchus.
Right, Fowd Bacchus. Right?
Are you left me out? Are you left me out?
Alvin,
well, right. So no. Sorry about that. But no, the point is that these guys didn't have to slide because of the speed.
Yeah,
they covered the ground. Right, because they were living outside. They weren't in the phones all the time. They wasn't indoors. They were living outside, playing everything.
Yeah.
So they had fitness level, natural fitness level because of the lifestyle, but they had natural speed.
Yep.
So the invention of the slide doesn't come from a West Indian.
No, that's a baseball thing that they brought into cricket.
Right, and remember the grounds, the outfields that we have doesn't really accommodate that slide.
Sliding,
not like the English outfield.
Lush outfield, that is for sliding.
by by the time you slide and ready, pick up that ball and ready to throw, they take four already.
Right.
We used to pick up the ball and throw immediately.
Right. But remember, we were good athletes. We were athletes before being cricketers.
Yeah.
All right, let's go for another commercial break, and then we'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
We touch everything. Tables, toys, countertops, door handles, sinks. Mighty Foam's all-purpose cleaner is my secret weapon. Easy and effective with no sticky residue. Mighty Foam all-purpose cleaner. Enjoy all of life's textures.
Sundays are for KFC Sunday Special Bucket Deal. Buy a 6 or 9-piece bucket meal and get an extra piece of crispy, juicy chicken. Or go big with a 15 or 20-piece bucket meal and get 2 extra pieces. That's even more of your KFC favorites to share. So gather the family, call your friends, and make it a Sunday feast like no other. Only at KFC, where Sundays are made tastier. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Surprise your family today with a nice vanilla-flavored cake made with Maid Marian cake flour. It's perfect for the birthday, anniversary, special occasion, or just celebrating the joy of having your family together. So get a pack or 2 of Maid Marian cake flour to make that moist, fluffy, vanilla-flavored sponge cake, donut-shaped cakes, Swiss rolls, and other delicious baked goods. Bring on the smiles with Maid Marian cake flour. Made and packaged not by hand by Nomilco, the National Milling Company of Guyana.
National Milling Company of Guyana.
For more than 3 decades, Dave's West Indian Imports has been supplying the demands of Guyanese living in the USA with their favorite Guyanese products: Pomeroon coconut water, fresh fish, shrimp and crab, champion chow mein, icy sodas, golden cream margarine, wiri wiri pepper, katahar, and casrib, just to name a few. If you have family from Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica, Dave's has them covered too. 9807 97th Avenue, Ozone Park, New York, only 5 minutes away from Liberty Avenue. 11808 Liberty Avenue, Richmond Hill, New York. 7505 New Hampshire Avenue, Tacoma Park, Maryland. The Caribbean market. Dave's West Indian Imports, supplying the best of the Caribbean to the USA.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors. Mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with Fluty Popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
Looking for quality lumber for your dream home or an upcoming project? Then make Builders Lumberyard your premier provider. We provide a full selection of rough and dress lumber, such as Green Heart, Purple Heart, Kabakali, all types of mixed hardwood, Silver Bali, Ditarma, and many other species. We also stock clean and knotted pine doors in various sizes, Qualable posts, farm boards, plywood, and all types of molding. Orders can be cut to any specification and delivered to your worksite. With over 25 years of experience in the lumber industry, we are determined to provide a quality lumber that meets our home builders and contractors' every need. Builders Lumberyard and you will always be a winning combination. Visit our main office at 12 Lombard and Deroy Street or our branch office at 66 Bend Street, Georgetown, or telephone 225-9530 227-0904.
Yeah, welcome back to the Sean Dever Sports Watch. Just about 29 minutes, getting up to the hour of 9 o'clock. Yes, Alvin Kaieteur, Basil Butcher Jr., and Tony Gray, they're on the program tonight, and we're talking about cricket now and then. So, Kaieteur,
yeah.
Have you been?
I want to make one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Make a point.
So, yeah, one point. When we were talking about the fielding just now, in that era, we used to practice 2 hours of slip catching regularly. 2 hours of slip catching. because of those 4 bowlers. We had 4. And because the chaps can get upset, because in that time they didn't have the quota of the bowling they should do. You know, when you have 4.
And where,
so you have to take the cattle.
And what did you practice on? Those cradles, wooden things with a space
No,
in the
men
middle?
hitting catches, cradles, men hitting bat.
Oh, the butt.
Catch it, slip catching, slide, slice. Yep.
You remember the days with the wooden cradles that
That was GCC, yeah.
Yeah, catching practice on.
No, this was hard bat coming at you, slicing. So it wasn't easy. So, and just before Tony, they came on the scene when these 4 chaps were playing. They had to bowl from any end. You know, no choice of ends.
How good it was Malcolm Marshall?
I tell you what,
put him
Malcolm.
at the top of the West Indies fast bowlers list.
No, give me Andy Roberts. Andy Roberts is a teacher.
Yeah, he's
They
the
all learn from him.
godfather of West Indies cricket. But Marshall
West
was
Indies
like
ball, yeah.
computer before
Yeah.
analysts came into bowl.
No, he was. Malcolm was special. He was special. He was, you know, he had such a good seam action. And you know what the great thing with these chaps? When the ball hit the seam, you could see the seam standing up straight, as Tony will tell you. They didn't deviate.
Tony has a
So all
fast.
this chap. What do you say, Tony?
Yeah, Tony as a
Yeah,
fast bowler. How would you rate Malcolm Marshall?
Yeah, I will rate him as the best, but because I played with him and I didn't play with Sir Andy. But my point is that when you do research, how come all these guys had the type of bowling action that suited their physical makeup? I mean, Malcolm Marshall didn't start as a genuine fast bowler, you know, but he increased his speed towards the wicket, and his ground and his follow through, everything was quick, really fast through the crease, right? Because he was shorter. Joel Guyana was 6'10" and a half, and he had to start from a low position first, and then up tall, and it was coming from in the skies. You know what I mean?
Right.
Colin,
And
in my
Malcolm
opinion,
had to jump.
Michael
had
everything.
high jump.
Right. So my point with Colin Croft, he developed an action that suited the type of pitches that he played on in Guyana, going wide of the stumps and having the leg cutter at pace going.
Yep.
So
was unique.
The environment impacted everybody. So, but we don't do research. So we don't understand that the other countries research on our great fast bowlers. Ian Bishop was a research on by England.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So again, if we will find out the answers, you know, and then we could have other great cricketers, but we are lazy where the past is concerned. We don't go back to the past at all.
But Colin Croft played a lot of his cricket in Trinidad also. When he got picked for the West Indies, it was from Trinidad.
Yeah, he played for Paragon.
Yeah.
In the Savannah, Queen's Park Savannah. And he played on Martin wickets, and boy, with high test balls.
I remember the high test balls.
Yeah. Two-piece balls. Boy, coming at you. Oh, gosh. And those balls used to swing. And yeah,
swing
helmet.
The high test.
Yes.
The high test.
Yes.
Yeah.
High test, you learn to play swing bowling.
Right.
Yeah, and we used to play by the bush, by the sea, where the ball doesn't stop swinging. The community center was coming from the sea.
Yes, that's right.
So you have to look at the ball carefully. You have to have good technique.
You know,
you have to. You're forced to have good techniques.
Tony said we're going back to old school, right? I learned to play the swinging ball, tying the cricket ball on a tree.
The sock.
The sock and the ball.
On the sock.
Stocking.
I couldn't afford a sock, so I found a piece of old cloth.
Okay.
Right. And I learned to play the swinging ball on that.
Exactly.
I hit it forward, it comes back. I hit it through covers, it comes back. I hit it to mid-on, it comes back. I cut it, it comes back. So I'm following the swing.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
I'm following the swing. And that's what teaches me to
what
look at the ball.
Now, Kali,
yeah.
Science say you had to track the ball.
Yeah.
Track the ball
Yeah.
now. The science
And we've been doing that. We've been doing that all my life.
Yep. 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 That's it. I mean, the thing about it, not everything old school is people throw away old school, think that modern is better. There are many things in the quote unquote old school that is better than what they're doing today.
That's right.
So we have to we need. I agree with you, Tony. People need to do proper research because I feel like the West Indian way. You have to look at all of our great players, study them, see what made them great, and take those principles, and that will be part of our coaching.
Of course.
And as Kaieteur said, the 1980s team would have dominated 2020 cricket now because back in those days, that's how they played, flamboyant, aggressive.
That's how they played.
Somebody asked Sobers several years ago how he would have played 2020 cricket. Sobers said, I would bat the same way, but with all of the spaces in the field, man, I would
exactly.
make more runs.
Same ball you have to hit.
The field restrictions.
That's right.
He said, I mean, he just licky lips. He said, with all the field restrictions, it's more runs.
Exactly. and you're asking Sobers of all people.
Of all people.
But what I said about Gary Sobers, well, one quick point. What I said about Sir Gary Sobers and Brian Lara, they went through the perfect apprenticeship period. A man started to play for the West Indies at 17 years old. He batted at number 9. He started as a left-arm orthodox bowler. Right. And then 4 years after, he's breaking the world record with his first century on a pitch at Sabina Park, 1958, that had cracks as big as a road. Right?
No, that was 168 against England with the cracks. With the cracks.
No, but they had that in Sabina Park too. They say that.
At Sabina Park in 68, because my dad told me this. Keith Miller, the former great Australian, was doing radio commentary. So you know the whole pitch report thing. Keith Miller, as big as a man, he would put his whole hand down the crack. Right? And England 2-1 West Indies. And West Indies, so West make 113, Simonos make 70. And with them big cracks. I mean, a lot of people would say that's probably one of the greatest test innings ever played.
My point, guys, is that how could a man play like that on a pitch like that? It's because he acquired those skills when he was younger.
Yep.
It's easy to understand.
Yep.
So what is this these guys did? So Gary Sobers is what, about 90 years old?
Almost 90.
Yeah.
And we're not learning from him?
Yep. Just like what Alvin said earlier about how we set up the spinners. I remember when Sir Gary, when he came to Guyana coaching, and he talking after the coaching session, and similarly, he said where he would stand, he would sometimes stand in 1 foot outside the crease, then stand outside the crease, so he's throwing off the bowler's length, right? so again, like Alvin said, letting the bowler come to him rather than you going to the bowler.
Manipulation.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Let's turn a little bit now to the World Cup. Tomorrow morning, 9:30, West Indies playing England. Before that, South Africa plays Afghanistan. Afghanistan has really been a top team in this tournament so far. And Australia play Ireland at 5:30 Guyana time. We're talking about the 9:30 West Indies start is Eastern Caribbean time. Y'all are an hour before us, right? In New York and where you live, Alvin. So how do you see, what do West Indies have to do tomorrow? I noticed that Bishop was saying that there are lots of flaws with the bowling and the batting. So you have to improve on those things. Basil?
Look, for me, the weakness of this current West Indies team in the is the bowling. I am not confident in our bowling. I feel if we're gonna really win games against the better team, we gotta bat last. We can't be looking to defend. That bowling, I have no confidence. Another thing too is how they organize the bowling with Hussein. Hussein had been at his best bowling in the power play. You've taken Hussein out of the power play, taken him out of where he is strongest, and feel that maybe these other guys would be more efficient in the power play. But when we do look overall, that's where Hussein made his mark to be the #1 T20 bowler in the world.
Yeah, because the new ball with the shine skids on more.
Yes, exactly. And he bowls that, he developed that in swinger ball with the seam up also, right?
Yeah, ball.
Yes, so I am saying to myself, why have we taken, because to me, when I see Hussein come on in the 10th over, he doesn't look as confident to me.
Right.
He don't have that confident look that he had when he bowled in our play.
Yeah.
So are you sacrificing him for Matthew Ford? I think Hussein could be more
effective
than a Matthew Ford. But Sammy and their thing.
Well. Yeah, what Sammy has tried to do here is that he has tried to replicate a template of 2012 and 2016, but it's a different dynamic. I agree with you, Basil. I think that when you had the #1 T20 bowler in the world, because of that arm ball, and the reason why he was so efficient with the arm ball is that he bowls it at different degrees. It's like a spinner that pitches on the pitch at different degrees. And he doesn't allow the batsman to move towards the ball. So it's very, very effective in the T20 game because guys had to get after the ball. So I agree with you. Matthew Ford has been brought in primarily not just because he has the wicket-taking ability with the new ball, but because of his batting. And Darren Sammy has tried to replicate what happened in 2016 with the batting because he wants power players throughout the innings. Yeah. But I agree with you that once Hussein can bowl the new ball and get the ball to drift at different degrees, what it does, it sets up Gudakesh Muti to be a lot more efficient at the back end of the innings because that's what happened. I remember telling Desmond Haynes that both bowlers can play together because they're different types of left-arm
spinners, yes.
Right, so Gudakesh Muti can be more efficient when wickets are taken at the top part of the innings.
But the other thing I want to add before Alvin come in is that when you look at Badri, you remember they tried to bowl Badri in the middle before and found he wasn't effective.
And the ball is 4 overs up front.
Yeah, so they said, no, go back and bowl up front. Because they tried to bowl Badri in the middle and he wasn't as effective. So similarly, leave Hussein there.
And what Badri was doing is that a lot of batsmen were playing for turn and he was sliding on the ball. Go ahead, Alvin.
Right, no, you're right. I agree with all. Play to your strengths. If Hussein is at the top, let him play to his strengths. It becomes psychological.
And would you guys agree that most of the teams now are catching up with the big hitting that West Indies was known
everybody
for?
Everybody has caught up with us. I mean, Sean, everyone has caught up in terms of a lot of the teams. Look, Australia came down here last year and hit us, right?
You know, another thing may happen here too is if Hussein is bowling at top of the order, possibly he may be getting away with the odd bad ball, right? As we get to the later on now, he's not going to get away with those kind of balls.
Okay. Very well said.
That's true.
Yeah. So then your good balls become bad balls.
Yeah. Look at this.
Because the older ball wouldn't be as effective for him. So when he bowl it short, the batter, and it's, you know, the batter's hitting him more with the older ball than they do when he had the newer ball. And I mean, and his economy told you that, because even his economy rate was better than most bowling in the middle, and he was bowling in most in the power play.
Yeah, he went for 13 runs in the first game, and against England tomorrow, you're looking at Phil Salt, Josh Butler. These guys are power hitters.
Yeah.
Bettel has played well in the World Cup thus far. Tom Banton, these guys, they structure their team like the West Indies team of the past.
They are better.
But they
are much better. Like they are much better one-day team.
Rashid. Huh?
Yeah, they are much better one-day team than they ever been.
Yeah.
They've done a lot of.
I mean, only the teams. I think when we used to have the advantage as West Indies with the power hitting, but I think it's only just the minnows we got the advantage over now. All the big teams now got serious power hitting straight through the inning now. So that's not an advantage. We got to be able to, which we still is an Achilles heel, rotate the strike.
We still taking too many dot balls, facing too many dot balls.
Still too many dot balls,
Well, that means, coming back to the point I'm making, we're not able to judge the length of the ball, how to play back foot, how to play front foot, how to manipulate.
And using the pace of the bat. But the other thing too about dot balls is fitness.
Yes.
It's running between a wicket.
You got to run hard.
Running hard all the time and weakening the fielders too, because I keep on telling my youngsters, for example, if you run hard, the Australians are very adept at that. Running hard means to say that the fielders had to get to the ball to try to prevent the second run and the third run. Right, and you're putting pressure on the opposition before they come to bat. So you're taking away their energies away from them. So the fitness level of the South Africans, for example,
but Tony, at that level, you're not supposed to teach these chaps that they should know that.
That's right.
That's correct.
They're supposed to know that long in advance of getting to regional cricket.
Yeah, exactly. From the time you get there.
Yeah. Because, Tony, what you're saying there about the Australians is interesting. All throughout their system from little boy cricketers, that's how they play.
Yeah.
You know, when we played against the Australian team in the Sorgafi Sobers tournament, and as soon as them youngsters come to bat, they was running our fielders ragged. You know, if something, well, what we would run one, they were running twos.
Look, I used to run with Clive between the wicket.
Yep.
Yep. And all the big boys, you know?
Yep.
I remember a little bit. I remember a little bit from I give you a little bit of history here, Tony and you. You know when we were playing Case Cup and we used to go to trials? You're in the dressing room. Man, you coolie boys so weak. All of you so weak. All of you down on rice and bad. All this nonsense. Go and eat some meat, man. Right? Boy? And look, I always said one thing. I'm so lucky. I am so lucky that I grew up in that dressing room. And I learned from that. Instead of taking that as a negative, I used to go and run and run and run and be as quick as I can. The end result, I became one of the better fielders, one of the better catchers, one of the athletic in the field, one between the wicket. I turned that around. And, you know, I came back around from county cricket one day, and I went to this chap who used to curse me, you coolie too weak, you know? I say, here, thank you so much. You gave me this wonderful career.
Yeah.
I turned it around. I thank them.
Yeah.
They're blessed with rhythm. They're blessed with strength. You know? We have to buy that.
Let me give you a little history. Because I remember telling Alvin this when he had called me when my dad passed. But just to tell the rest of the people, when my dad came back from the sports tour in 58, 59, he said they're practicing at the community center, and he see this little boy, the bat almost bigger than he batting. And this little boy, he turned to somebody, he said, who is that little boy over there? And they said, oh, that's Isaac's son. And he said, the old boy, he turned to Rohan and said, Rohan, we got to make sure he make it. Since then, they IE. As a little boy, when he was about 10 years old that time, that they said, we got to make sure he make it.
And he gave him my first cricket bat.
Yes.
I always said that.
And is it true that you played in your first class game with a short pants?
I think so, boy. Yeah. In Berbice, yeah.
And why was
Didn't
that?
have enough cloth. Didn't have enough cloth. In those days, you wear anything you get.
Yeah, boy. Proper value system.
I remember
one size fits all. One size fits all.
Yeah,
that's right.
I remember Dad saying that when they get called to go to Georgetown, his father go in the pocket and buy a pants length. You know, to make a nice pant because you're going to Georgia. You can't look bad.
You can't look bad. Yeah. What?
Even in my time, I remember going to Borby's playing for Georgetown. We had real cricket shoes and pants, and so those guys had white pants that you go out with the church, and they play with that. And they didn't have real cricket boots, and we won the psychological battle before the game started.
Well, all that increased the value system that we
value
had
system.
Because we didn't get things easy.
No. Tony, Butcher could tell you, to go to trials in those days, you had to catch a bus at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Right, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, to get to
then
the
you
boats.
drive, and these roads are full of potholes. You don't know if you're going to reach. Then you get across. You have to cross the river.
And then you catch a train.
You have to cross, and then you have to catch a train for 3 hours.
Yep.
By that time, it's 1 o'clock. You get there, and we had to walk from the train station to GCC.
To border, yes, that's true.
With no food in your belly.
So tell me something, Alvin. These guys now, that is what I keep on saying. These guys now get everything easy. I was talking the other day to my players. I said, wait now, in my time is a hop spread with pace, and Morby was a big thing.
Of course.
What do you mean?
Now they get in the meals, they have
Morby is a
physiotherapy.
very good drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now they're getting everything. So the value systems that we acquire because of hard work and tough life, they can't get now.
That's what I think made Chandra Paul so proficient with his scoring, because he came from a poor background and he knew that cricket was the only way to bring in income take him out of poverty. Bacchus and Hooper. I feel that's my own opinion. If they were a lot poorer, they would have done a lot better. Bacchus and Hooper.
You see,
and Sean, on that point,
you see what people used to ask me. People used to ask me when I walk out to bat. I call it my bank balance. If I don't do well, West Indies drop me.
Right.
If I don't have a good season for Warwickshire, I don't have a 3 years contract.
Right.
You call it bank balance.
Right.
Discipline.
You're right. That's right.
Because what I've been talking about there too, just add in with from my dad's story, similar background, because they come from the same village, right? Shame Sugar Estate, and the old boy tell me the first time they went to Georgetown, they had a man named Mr. Plummer, Conrad Plummer. He was a hospital administrator in Amsterdam. He drove down his car to Port Huron to make sure these boys got on the boat to Rosignol and then catch the train.
Wow.
And I remember the old boy said, like Alvin talked about the bank thing, the old boy motto was this: I come from Shitwater Creek and I ain't going back there. When he played first test match, he twisted the knee and he going through fitness tests and all that thing. Like, I come from Shitwater Creek, I ain't going back there. You know, that was a driving thing. You know, so
but what's the story about the late Roy Fredericks in Australia.
Yeah.
Hitting that century, that brilliant century.
But Alvin saw that live.
Yeah.
I was batting with him.
Yeah.
I was batting
balls.
with him. Yeah. Brigade boy, tell you what.
Yeah.
The head man.
But he told me before he died.
Team and head.
Alvin would know if this is true or not. He told me he just ducked, closed his eyes, and when he felt the ball hit the bat, he opened his eyes and see the ball over the boundary.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly. That's Fredo.
Yeah.
But one thing you never do. When you hit him in his head, he doesn't feel anything.
No.
Whoa. Whoa.
As soon as you hit him on his hand or anybody, he start to cry. You know, it's
But he's saying going back to work on the cane field in Guyana.
No.
He
was a plumber.
No,
He was a plumber.
Not a cane cutter. He was a plumber.
He was a plumber.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
as I
different
said,
story.
He was a good tennis player also, table tennis.
table tennis.
Played table
Yeah.
tennis
we
for
all play for
Guyana.
we play
And
for
squash.
we play for Barbies.
Yeah.
And squash too.
We played for Barbies together.
Yeah.
I played for Barbies.
Table tennis.
You
was
play
a-
table
was-
tennis too?
Table tennis.
Yeah, me and Fredo. That was
Yes,
it. We
you know
played
what I
in the same team.
Most cricketers play table tennis.
Yeah, good table tennis.
Sarwan
Very
was
good
a
table
very
tennis.
good squash player. He could have
Yeah.
played for Guyana if he
Lara played
wanted.
table tennis. Brian Lara played table tennis.
Yeah, I played table tennis too.
Yeah.
I remember Tony when me and my brother thought we were good table tennis players. And it's later on I can start to realize these things about, with my father. So me and he mouthed to our father that we could beat him. He said, all right, skipper. He just used the term skipper. Alvin would know what I'm talking about. He said, let me go down and carry y'all down to the sports club. And me now, my brother, we ain't get 4 points in no game. 21, right? It's when I started studying Michael Jordan, they talk about the competitive.
Right, that's right.
And I took back my mind to my father. My
That's
father
right.
never used to let me know anything we playing against him. Anything, and no matter what, if it's yards, if it's drafts, if it's
Very
one that my brother
competitive. You
bet,
don't want
they
to lose.
could beat him in a bicycle race. He take me bicycle and beat my brother. He never wanted that competitive edge. That's what it needed for you to get to the level that him, Alvin, and all of them did.
Because table tennis was our fitness too.
Yes.
We after we finished practicing, we played table tennis from 6 to until the community center closed.
And
Right.
all
You see
the
what I mean?
community centers, the Gaisuko, and those days were Bukals, all the community centers pavilion had table tennis tables
Yeah.
and volleyball courts.
Yeah, because I
now,
remember
in,
Alvin.
now in Australia,
was a good table tennis player, too.
they
That's
have
why-
table tennis balls in all of those cricket grounds.
Exactly. Yeah. But
Alvin Roman Eto'o was a good table tennis player because because he taught me biology in high school and he used to come and play with me in the auditorium.
Yep.
And he would rule the table.
All right, we can't go off
All
this
right.
program without talking about the consistency of Shimron Hetmyer.
Yes. I think Hetmyer has done a very good job in the last 4 or so games, or 5 or 6
Yeah,
games.
very consistent.
He has been. I mean, this is the best Hetmyer has played.
And he's looked
in his
more
international-
focused.
In his international T20 career, in these last couple series that he has played, and for the West Indies to go anywhere, I think Hetmyer is going to be a key player, because if we lose an early wicket and Hetmyer comes in and he gets out early, we're in serious trouble.
And he's gotten so much fitter. You saw that catch he took?
Yeah.
That was stupendous.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, he's got, as a senior player now, he's got to take the responsibility.
And you heard what he said when when Carlos Buffett said that, are you looking fitter?
He said his wife is his trainer.
Yeah, but
She's gonna take your job, Butch.
For me, having worked with a lot of young players, Hetmyer went through what you call identity crisis. Now he seems to be out of it. his deportment and everything, the statement that he's making publicly shows unequivocally that he's out of that crisis, that identity crisis. He wears black hair now, his normal hair. It's not all kind of color. And he talks about his son. He's motivated to show his son, to be a good example to his son. And he looks at, he's talking about coming back to play all formats of the West Indies. So he knows about his legacy. He wants to leave a good legacy. So here's somebody that is fitter, has been very consistent, and batting at the number 3 position, which I like. He is not only shown in that first game that he has the instinctive qualities to make runs quickly, but he batted for long. He batted for the 19th over. So he stayed there, and he showed responsibility. Brilliant.
As Clyde Walcott used to say in the Western, bat long.
Bat long.
Bat long.
Well, we don't have a lot longer time on this program, so we're coming down to the end. Your last thoughts, each of you.
I'm the youngest, so I can go first.
You the youngest?
Yes.
Don't say that again.
You got me by 1 year, Tony. Yeah. You got me by 1 year.
All right.
I think West Indies, the game tomorrow, we for me, we gotta bat last. I can't see us defending the runs there. So we gotta bat last, and we gotta put up a serious score against England, because England got a serious batting lineup in that team, and so Hetmyer gotta come good, and we gotta come out of that power play way better than we did in the first game, right? Those are, to me, the keys that for us to win the game, because from what I understand, in Mumbai there's a lot of dew, so bowling last on that pitch, on that field, is a disadvantage somewhat with the dew. So that's why I prefer for us to bat last also.
And two of the guys that got starts, like King and Rutherford and so on, they've got to go on to get 50s. We need not only Hetmyer, we need 2 other batters to get 50s along with him. Hopefully he's going to make it.
We were very scratchy in the power play in the first game against Scotland. I put it down to perhaps a little nerve, because Scotland could be a giant killer. And the pitch wasn't really conducive to fluent type stroke play. But to have 2 batsmen struggling with strike rates is not good at all. So we struggle, and if it wasn't for Hetmyer, we might have been in some trouble. So what we need to do tomorrow is, I agree with Basil. We are better chasing, because we like to go after a target, and we could analyze properly going after a target. But everybody must play their role properly. I mean, we cannot be intimidated with Adil Rashid and the fast bowler Archer. We have to go after them to dismantle them. So it's like a psychological game against their most prominent bowlers. If we could get hold of them early, then we have a chance to really get a good score if we bat first, or chase a good score if we bat second.
Kali?
For me, I think your bowling has got to be the plus tomorrow, because England's got a strong batting lineup too in that wonderful pitch. So bowling would be a very, very important aspect of it. I mean, once you need the batting, yes, but the bowling has got to be on top of their game.
All right, this is all the time we've got for. On behalf of the veteran, the experienced Alvin Isaac Kaieteur, and Basil Butcher Sr., not the real Basil Butcher, his son.
No, this is not the real one. This is Junior.
And of course, former West Indies and Trinidad Test fast bowler, international fast bowler.
The youth here.
It's 20 long time no see, man. We gotta meet up sometime. Call me to Trinidad. Let me come and talk to you.
Come to Trinidad and you're not going to call me.
All right, this is where we've got to go. On behalf of our technical man, who's been doing a superb job during the last couple programs, I'm Sean Dever, saying if you can be good, then be careful.
Good to see you, Alvin.
Take care, Alvin.
Nice to see you. Nice. Good, Tony. Good.
Yeah, take care.
Take care.
Cleaning power like no other. Mighty Foam dishwashing liquid cuts through grease and grime every time. Lemon zest, green apple, citrus burst, and wild berry. 4 great fragrances specially formulated with super cleaning, grease-fighting power. Mighty Foam dishwashing liquid works hard to get your dishes spotless and is gentle on your hands. Available nationwide.
Finger licking good, yeah, yeah. Got me in the mood for sharing. Come and join the party at KFC. Get a zinger sandwich, I take a bite. It's the best flavor, best vibes. Get a bucket with your friends, pass it to the left. And have the best time of your life. Finger licking good, yeah, yeah. Got me in the mood for sharing. Come and join the party at KFC, at KFC.
Attention seafood suppliers, Dave's, the largest purchaser of fresh fish from Guyana, is interested in buying from you. Dave's deeply cares about bolstering the local economy and is looking to begin business with an eager seller of fresh fish and agro products. Dave's needs a constant supply of snapper, butterfish, bangameri, bundari crab, sheriga crab, white-belly shrimp, bon carilo, edo, saijambaji, and more. Contact Dave's West Indian Imports at 21 Middle Street, Vicelas, East Coast, Demerara. Telephone 501-4087 or 644-8999. Dave's will purchase.
Now Milko has done it again. We've listened to you and now available nationwide. Another convenient size packaging of Thunderbolt all-purpose flour. It's here. The 5 kg or 11 pounds new packaging of Thunderbolt all-purpose flour. Now available at your nearest supermarket.
Now Milko, National Milling Company of Guyana.
Looking for quality lumber for your dream home or an upcoming project? Then make Builders Lumberyard your premier provider. We provide a full selection of rough and dress lumber, such as Green Heart, Purple Heart, Kabakali, all types of mixed hardwood, Silver Bali, Ditarma, and many other species. We also stock clean and knotted pine doors in various sizes, Qualable posts, farm boards, plywood, and all types of molding. Orders can be cut to any specification and delivered to your worksite. With over 25 years of experience in the lumber industry, we are determined to provide a quality lumber that meets our home builders and contractors' every need. Builders Lumberyard and you will always be a winning combination. Visit our main office at 12 Lombard and Deroy Street or our branch office at 66 Ben Street, Georgetown, or telephone 225-9530 227-0904.
Igloo sugar-free ice cream. Sugar-free ice cream.
Impossible that you're singing about ice cream without added sugar right now. I mean, how's that going to taste?
It's the best, most delicious I've ever tasted. The premium French vanilla flavor is so rich and velvety. Plus, my gym instructor approves. It's great for my weight loss.
So it's really delicious? Like you aren't kidding me? The children! No added sugar could be healthier for them. And Grandpa Glenn, with his diabetic condition. You mean he could finally enjoy desserts after all these years? I have to go. I have to get this.
Grab Igloo's sugar-free ice cream before she does.